So I've been hearing quite a bit back and forth, ladies and gentlemen, online about the upcoming Relic Delta and whether or not you should be investing your Relic mats or should you be hoarding them like there is no tomorrow. I understand the complaints. I understand the hesitancy, shall we say, about whether or not we should be investing our Relic materials given the unknown changes to the upcoming Relic economy. I always have a very standard response to this sort of thing, and that's usually make decisions based on the information that you know, not on the information that we don't know about. So what is the information that we know? We know we are getting an upcoming change that is supposed to be helping with relics in the future. We don't know when that's coming, apart from that it's coming alongside Relic Delta changes, and we don't know when that's coming. And we don't know what form that help is going to take. So with that in mind, I guess the main thing that I could say about should you or should you not be hoarding your Relic mats in expectation of Relic Delta and thinking about, for example, Treya, yeah? Let's look at my Treya. I'm a 14 million player. My Treya is Relic 5. You can't see that right now because my face is covering the Relic number. But yeah, she's Relic 5, right? So's my Nihilus. So's my Scion. No, actually, my Scion's R3, but I never use him outside of 5v5, and he's really just a token unit there. But even my Savage, for example, is in low relics. So, Darth Talon, Relic 5. My Bastila Shan, Relic 5. Treya, Relic 5. You know, who else we got over here? Savage, Relic 5. Scion, Relic 3. Darth Nihilus, Relic 5. So, you could be looking at this and think, hey, I use my Treya for a number of counters in GAC. And there are a number of really high-value counters, taking out good teams, you know, like the new Jedi Vanguard faction, Jedi Master Mace Windu, gets handled very well by Treya. Gungans gets handled very well by Treya. Maul Mandos gets handled very well by Treya. It's a very flexible, powerful team, both offensively and defensively. So I will probably look to upgrade these in the near future to at least Relic 7 to give me more flexibility and give me more reliable use of them in the future. However, given that we are getting changes soon, I'm not going to recommend we make these changes right now. If you look at your account and you look at the success rates of your counters in particular, how many times have you used those particular counters that you're thinking about, and how many times have those teams been successful? If you have got good win rates, there is no need to run down the road and start upgrading them to Relic 7 in expectation of you suddenly facing higher Relic Deltas and, you know, being disadvantaged by that in a meaningful way. Okay, a quick shout out to this video's sponsor, Boot.dev. As you all know, I'm an avid gamer, and I have been since I was 4 years old and got to play my first games with my dad. Well, Boot.dev is a platform that is designed to help people learn to code in a way that is geared towards gamers like you and me. They've designed a platform that has gamified the system of learning, giving quests and rewards whilst teaching even novices like myself how to learn back-end coding from the ground up. There's a built-in chatbot called Boot that acts as a tutor, which I've relied on heavily because I honestly need my hand held when learning new skills. If ever I've got super stuck, I could always use the solution button to help show me the answer regardless. I've always believed that investing in yourself is the best investment you can ever make. Never stop learning. Taking the time to learn new skills and disciplines is always valuable, and back-end development is a growing market with tangible rewards to be found. I've found Boot.dev to be an intuitive platform that shows real promise to help aid the learning process of a valuable skill set. Using my discount code on Boot.dev, Scribe Gaming, you'll be able to get yourself 25% off the entire first year of an annual plan. On the other hand, on the flip side of the coin, I don't actually recommend that you just hoard entirely, okay? So for example, if you are on a journey guide, let's go to the journey guide and say you are working towards your executor, right? You're working towards your executor even though it's just been hard countered by the introduction of the Rogue One pretty heavily. If you're still working towards this, don't hoard your resources waiting to, you know, for some unknown date in the future that may or may not affect some of your counters. I do highly recommend that if you are farming for something, continue to invest as you normally would. Get your Radis up to Relic 9 so that you can start unlocking the Profundity. Get your Pia up to Relic 8 so you can get your Executor done. If you're working on Galactic Legends, still continue to work on these. Yes, you might have something come out that may make it a little bit easier or may have saved you some relic mats. Over the long term of this game, it's not going to materially affect you. Just go ahead, get those resources and start throwing them into the game. You don't want to waste the time, and you don't need to invest right now in a counter that already works for you. If it already works for you, then you're in a good place. Another area that I highly recommend, let's quickly grab our energy here, and I'm getting a little bit anxious seeing that capped, even though all I do is farm this node anyway. It's not like I'm actually farming shards at this point, not until the Rogue One becomes a farmable ship, and that's when I'll be farming blueprints, not shards, I guess. So, what was I saying? The only other exception would be checking your guild chat. Don't check your guild chat, it's usually full of rubbish. No. Investing in the raid, okay? You should, under no circumstances, well, actually, I suppose there is one circumstance. If you're already getting your max box in the raid, and you already max out that personal track in the raid, maybe you don't need to invest more in raid teams. Maybe you want to, for your own personal enjoyment, and that's a little bit different. But I would say that getting as high a score as you possibly can alongside the rest of your guildmates in the raid is not something that you should be waiting for. The sooner you get this done, the more you will be able to benefit from it. This raid is already 3 or 4 months deep at this point. You've still got another 8 months to benefit from all of the investments that you put into your raid teams, and that gives you real, tangible rewards, like the best there is. Heck, who knows? Maybe some of this relic change is going to be a change to our raid tokens and the gear that we can buy from this. Maybe all of these numbers are going to get doubled or something like that to make it really meaningful, right? So invest in your raid teams, absolutely 100%. Don't hold off on the current farms that you're working on. Only hold off, in my opinion, on the teams that you think you are going to need to increase relic levels on in order to make your counters work effectively, you know? Similarly, Galactic Legends, you could always put more relic levels on those. You could put relic 9 on your JMK and your Slacker and your C and your Jabber, unlike me, but instead you might choose to make some real meaningful upgrades to your account, like an R9 Ugnaught, or potentially, I don't know, an R9 POW, or maybe an R9 Garth Saxon, you know, or maybe you just throw absolute caution to the wind and you just R9 half your Phoenix team. Don't play the game like me, guys. Please. It doesn't lead to good things. I mean, I didn't even talk about the best of the bunch. Of course, you need to absolutely follow the gerbil way and R9 half your Ewoks as well. Now, so one thing that I do want to see, I'm seeing a lot of, this isn't strictly to do with Relic Delta, but there's a certain amount of expectations that we have to set around Relic Delta. I know it is a massively hot topic right now, and people are justifiably upset and angry about these changes, right? Nobody is fully supportive of it in any way. Actually, the tide is turning a little bit with the changes and the proposed changes to gear economy. I think all that sort of stuff is good and great and all that sort of good business, but we have to see it when we come. But let's get some things straight, right? I see this bandied around a lot. If there is a solo R9 cup, that's not going to invalidate your teams, okay? If the enemy has just got a solo R9 cup and you've still got an R5 team of, like, I don't know, Sia Malicos or a Starkiller team or a Gas team, you're going to be fine. You're going to kill that solo team. One character is not going to stonewall you. Unless it is a good character. Potentially. You know, like an R9 Malak poses far bigger of a threat than an R9 cup, right? You can't just have any random crappy R9 like I showed you there and have them actually hold walls unless your opponent is throwing equally rubbish stuff at you. They certainly won't do it in isolation. So when you see stuff like that, don't lose your proverbial heads about it. It's not going to make real massive difference, especially if you're going in with something that's R7, even at R6, I'm at R5. Heck, I'm pretty sure that if there was an R9 cup, you could probably go in with Gear 12 Bounty Hunters if it's just the cup. Stun lock him and insta kill him. Like, he doesn't have a good kit. You're going to be okay. So yeah, that's one that I've seen bandied around a lot. There's a lot of talk as well about mods not mattering, strategy not mattering. And whilst I can see that, I can see to a certain degree how Relic Delta impacts that, but it doesn't take it away, it just moves it, you know? Just moves it. And again, this is not me defending the system. I just feel like we need to not collectively lose our heads, because some of us And geez, I hope most of us enjoy playing this game, generally speaking. But strategy is still involved, guys. You know, you still need to have strategy. It just, unfortunately, now there is a barrier of entry before your strategy really starts to matter. And unfortunately, that's sort of at the R3, Relic Delta 3 range. As unfortunate as that case may be, your mods are still going to be important. You're still going to need your mods. You still need to have your meta teams. You still need to have the proper strategy. You still need to have your datacrons if you're in that sort of higher end of the league table, as it were. The higher up you go, the more valuable and important datacrons become. You still need all that. It's just also now you must be this high to play this PvP ride. And that is usually, hey, you need more relics. Again, this is not me defending it. Just try and make sure we've got some perspective here, right? It's like I said, you're not going to be able to just take in your Relic 9 cup solo to take out an R5 gas team. You're going to get shredded eventually. But yeah. There will be a cutoff point, like you know, a full team of R9 Ewoks will beat a R5 gas team. I'm sure Gerbil will go to the comment section and say, "I do that anyway," because the man is a strange individual. That was a good save. Well done, Scribe. He's got some crazy investment in his Ewoks. So yeah. Fun times. Long story short, guys. Long story short. Keep on investing in your farms. Keep on investing in your relic teams for your raids. And maybe hold off on upgrading, you know, counters to GAC. My personal one will be Treya, but I'm waiting until Reddit Delta drops. That's kind of the long and the short of it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, short and sweet one before Friday night here. Hopefully this video has gained some insight to you, or maybe it's just going to stoke the fires of hatred even more. That's what we want, isn't it? No, not really. No, not on a weekend. I want to enjoy my weekend, guys. I hope you enjoy yours. See you all in the very next video. Peace out, and may the Force be with you.